Hello, family, friends, and well wishers. This year, the theme for World Mental Health Day focuses on young people and mental health in a changing world. Yes, indeed, the world has been changing since time immemorial. Natural disasters like earthquakes, tsunamis, huge tidal waves, floods, landslides continue to cause physical changes in the world, and all forms of life have to keep adapting to these changes. Then there are epidemics and diseases that usually follow, resulting in necessary lifestyle changes in order to survive. Apart from natural disasters, terrorism, and the ravages of war have forced mankind to adapt, changing their location and even migrating to other countries. As we recently witnessed the horrific scenes of millions of people fleeing for their lives from Syria and the surrounding regions, it left the rest of the watching world stunned at the extent to which humans pushed themselves in order to survive and find peace. Sadly, many perished. Those who survived also had to face many hardships, sometimes in extreme living conditions. Without a doubt, going through such traumatic experiences has impacted people in different ways. Some have been able to move on, while some have been unable to separate and deal with it and still maintain contact with reality. Sadly, they become mentally ill. But, like I mentioned earlier, these changes have been going on since time immemorial, and without detracting their impact on people's mental health. The fact that this year the emphasis is on young people and mental health in a changing world is an invitation to seriously examine and question what else is changing in the world. One need not look far for the answer. Over the past 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years, I believe the biggest change in the world is the internet. Please don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the internet is a problem. I think, and you would agree, that it is indeed a boon, a blessing that has made life and living much easier and simpler. But like most things in life, it is improper management that leads to problems. Let me give you a few common examples that come to mind. Take eating as an example. Basically, we have 3 meals a day. Before and after each meal, we go about attending to our daily duties. One does not eat from the time they wake up till the time they go to bed. Another example is when one has pain, they take a painkiller. Even though relief may take some time, they don't keep popping painkillers till the pain subsides. I'll mention one more example. Exercise. On an average, a person is supposed to exercise for 45 minutes to 1 hour, 4 to 5 times a week. But imagine what would happen if a person exercised from morning to night. Their body cannot take it and they will die of exhaustion. From the examples I mentioned, it is clear that whether one benefits from these depends on knowing the limits and stopping in time. Again, it's about proper management. The same applies to the internet. The problem, as I see it, is the inability to manage the instant availability of information on the internet. Because every conceivable matter is on the internet, all it takes is a few clicks and there you have it. Again, because it's so easy to access and you don't need a computer, the smartphone performs all these functions and has become an inseparable companion to people, especially young people. Unfortunately, it's become a substitute for people. Sadly, they become addicted. In the past, when we talked about addictions, one would think of smoking or chewing tobacco or narcotics or alcohol. But today, from addiction to the smartphone, many other addictions have emerged like WhatsApp, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, video games, pornography, etc. Needless to say, these are of serious concern and is definitely affecting people's mental health, and Wmhd has opened an exclusive department to treat these addictions. Planning for this year's World Mental Health Day celebration began in July, and as usual, the staff and residents have come up with an exciting and enriching program. Apart from the invocation song, there are other songs, a dance, a skit, paper and poster presentations, and speeches, all relevant to young people and mental health in a changing world. In ASV, we continue to emphasize the importance of attachment and relationships, just as we teach them to be aware of their thoughts and feelings and behavior. We also reiterate that no matter what technology and gadgets, including the internet, can do, there's no substitute for people and meaningful relationships. On this note, I wish all our friends and well-wishers a happy World Mental Health Day. Thank you.